Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some IO today, standard IO to be specific, but a little bit of a focus on making it as easy as possible, as I'm sure you're able to tell from the title, hopefully, if I did my job. And the reason why I label it like that is because it's got a pretty big focus on just having your meter as maxed out as possible, a tiny bit of self-heal, and then not really buffing out the speed or anything like that. It's super straightforward, which is why I wanted to cover it, because I haven't done like a normal IO video in ages. So for the actual loadout, we have two main cards, then one kind of secondary card, and two that are kind of filler, but also still somewhat useful. Moonwalk, which I guess is the first one, increases our capacity of our actual meter by 40%, pretty damn good. They did also buff this card recently, but nerfed the meter, so the card is stronger, but by base she's a little bit weaker than she was a few patches ago. Then we have Sanctum of Faith, which is probably the most used card for IO. It regens your Moonlight for every second you're not using it. It basically just speeds up your regen whenever you're not healing people. Then we have Self-Heal with Restored Faith. This card straight off the bat probably doesn't seem too strong, but 30 heal every 0.15 I believe is how often it ticks. Is pretty damn crazy. It doesn't seem like much because it's just 30, but it ticks a hell of a lot of times in a second, which is why it's worth having. Then finally we have a bit of extra health and a bit of Moonlight regen for every time we hit somebody with a bow. You don't really notice these two cards too much, but they're still nice to have. Didn't say it in the intro, but this is probably one of my favorite ways to play IO, or at least in my opinion the best way for me to play IO, because of how low energy it is and the fact that you can just sit and play IO and kind of chill a little bit. You still have to be active, you still have to throw your Luna, fire and heal and stuff, but it's probably the lowest effort way you can play it, and it's still pretty damn good. But then finally for the talent, it's kind of up to personal preference. I think Goddess's Blessing is going to be the best one in most situations. Lifelink is also pretty good depending on the map and the mode and the team, and Sacrifice can also be a decent choice, probably the least popular one though. These two are usually a little bit better. Goddess's Blessing I'd say is the default, just because of how much you're throwing out your heal. The 15% damage reduction you give to the person you're healing should help them stay alive quite a bit longer, but if you need an extra heal, you need to be healing in multiple places, then Lifelink might be a better choice, or if people are really grouped, it just depends on the situation. Forgot to mention it in the intro, but another big reason why I'm doing IO is because of the fact that she's not getting any changes in the upcoming patch with Vora and all the other balanced stuff. She's not in there, so obviously she's a perfect candidate for a video when we know what's coming in the upcoming update, but we don't obviously have it to play on. I will obviously have videos on the PTS whenever it does come up, so of course definitely stay tuned for that. For game 1 we got on some Ratchet's Archives, we got a Leanne, we got a Lex, we got a Dredge and a Cassie. Shout outs to, I don't really know how to read that name, but that is Cassie, and then we're up against a Zin, a Lex, an IO, a Eevee and a Skye. Pretty much the exact same thing, weirdly. An IO is a healer on both sides and then a bunch of damages and flanks. Sure, we'll go ahead and grab Goddess's Blessing, definitely the best choice here. And then of course the setup, I will say IO does quite well with a tank, obviously, like most healers do, but she also does fine with just a full team of squishy characters. She's one of the few healers that can actually be really annoying if she's with a full team of squishies. Generals is also another one, but for completely different reasons. We'll go ahead and I guess grab, because we don't really need Chronos, I guess I could go for double nimble just so we're a little bit faster to move around and stuff. We've got Discovery, we've got Impulse, Scuttle and Eminence. Then for their side, Goddess's Blessing, Discovery, Wormhole, Smoke and Dagger and Yomi. So they technically have two healers, because the Skye is also going to be healing, which is kind of interesting. We'll throw the Q down there. I forget how fast IO is, especially with Nimble too. She actually has a pretty damn good base movement speed. And he heals to the Dredge, there we go. He's actually nearly getting rid of the Lex. We've got another one on him. Ever since they changed the IO heal, it honestly feels pretty damn good. Trying to kill this Lex, but my accuracy is trash because I haven't played it today, and also the servers seem kind of fried because the delay on everything is a bit weird. Lex just got a huge heal for killing his target. Hello Zin, Luna go through with a stun. There we go, actually goes through his counter. Nice. What I've been trying to say now for a couple of minutes is another big thing with this is just throwing Luna on the point and getting that free objective time. It doesn't count at the end on your stats, which is something actually a surprising amount of people don't know, but everybody knows she does capture the objective, and that's why it's important to throw her there. I don't know why I'm making this video so beginner friendly, because I'm not really doing anything I guess I wouldn't do normally. I think I am dead here because the Skye's just jumped me. I probably should have thrown my heal for self-heal, but it's whatever. That's my first death. We've got a ton of objective time already. We're 100 points ahead of him. But to finish what I've been trying to say for a couple of minutes now is that this is beneficial for anybody, whether you've been playing for 3 years or, 3 days. This is a super solid setup, and I'd highly recommend it. We'll go ahead and throw Luna down on the point. Just pay attention to health. That is the Eevee going in. We'll throw a heal on him, and I guess the Cassie, if I can just switch targets. It's not letting me do it, even though she's lower. She's somehow still alive. Cut that one close. This guy going for the ult. I did try and get further away there. I thought I'd be able to make the jump with my F. Going to just heal my Luna, because why not? I guess just to make her annoying to get rid of. It's Lex. It's actually a situation where I feel like I have more meter than I need, which doesn't happen very often with IO, but we don't have a tank, full squishy team, and people aren't really outputting that much unless, they're just actually finishing people off. So most of these situations here, I have more meter than I actually need, and I can out heal what people are doing. There's a heal for the Leon on just at the end. It wasn't enough to keep her alive though. I think I might be dead to the Skye. I'm going to reposition my Luna to maybe block a bit. I should right click for the self heal. I think I'm definitely dead though, right? I don't know why I just stood there. Probably could have done something way better, but that's why I was my third death. There we go. Just I got a heal to that Lex. He's actually probably going to get away here. For my items, I'm just going for damage reduction and speed. I'm just trying to be, I guess, as annoying as possible. There's another heal for the Lex, but he is gone. Luna went through for the stun. That Eevee's going over the top. She popped the ult. We just keep the Cassie full. I guess I don't even really need to appeal very much. There's one for the Leon. There's one for the Lex. Okay, cool. This is a pretty free game. To be honest, I played kind of badly, but I guess it's decent for a warm-up match. Heal for these guys. They're getting kind of battered. We'll pop the F. There's Skye going for the ult. We should be able to get around the corner. I guess Nimble came through clutch. Even Luna survived that, because I guess she's just got enough health. And there we go. That should be the 400. We're at 399. Bit of a heal for the Dredge. Bit of a heal for the Lex. Why are we taking so long to get 1 point? Oh, I guess it's because their Luna was on there. Didn't even see her. We were literally both playing kind of the same exact way. But yeah, there is the victory. Well done, team. These guys did a good job. That was definitely just one of those games that I could tell the team was doing work in. The Lex shredded. The Leon shredded. The Cassius did really well. The Dredge a little bit less so, but he didn't do badly. He just didn't do as well as the Cassie, Leon, and the Lex. We did pretty solid. 23k, 29k. Can't really complain. Pretty standard stat there. Their IO had a very similar stat. She was playing pretty well. She had less damage, but slightly more healing. Their Lex didn't do all that well. Their Xin did fine. Probably the person causing the most trouble alongside the Sky, and then the Eevee, I guess, also struggled quite a bit. That was a bit of an uneven game. I did pretty much all I could, but then again, I didn't play very well, but I guess I did enough for us to get by. We'll go ahead and Q4 another Onslaught and a Siege. This obviously works in TDM, but Siege and Onslaught are a bit better for IO in general. Alright, well, for game 2, we've got Onslaught Magistrate's Archives again. We got a Sky, we got an Eevee, we got a Chance, and a Ruckus. Bit more of a normal team. Double healer, double flank, and then a tank. And for their side, we're up against an Andro, a Canessa, an Ash, a Victor, and a Ying. Judging from the borders and the avatars and stuff, it definitely looks like a game where we might be kind of screwed because we have 4 kind of newish looking people, whereas they only have 2 and then 3 that look like they're partied, but it's kind of hard to tell. Either way, it doesn't look too good for us, and it is a bit of a weird time when I'm playing, so this usually happens. Matchmaking is a bit worse, obviously, when there's less people online. I'd actually probably say that IO is one of the worst characters to try and carry a game with because you can't really play her as a damage. She's pretty much always a hybrid or a healer. She doesn't have a damage playstyle or a damage setup or really anything you can do other than just fire your weapon as you would a healer, but whatever. We'll go ahead and grab our Goddess's Blessing, and then the setup. I don't know if we're all here. I think somebody might have DC'd because it did take a couple minutes to put us in. I was actually kind of hoping we'd get a Siege for today, but I guess if we have games like this where matchmaking's weird, it's probably a good thing that we stick to Onslaught. We've got Power Cosmium, so at least he's going for, I guess, kind of damage. We've got Flux Generator, Debilitate, Battering Ram, Eagle Eye, Godslayer, Life Exchange, and Cardio. Okay, and then the Eevee hasn't grabbed anything. I'm assuming she's a bot because she also doesn't have a loadout. Ash has tried to hit me with a loaded right click for some reason. Victor is over there on the side. Jones is grabbing somebody. I don't know who, but she's gone. Canessa also sniped me a second ago, but that is fine. She just hit the Genos twice, but he's back up to full. Get a heal to the Genos again. Yeah, I'm getting kind of hit by the Victor. My Luna is still doing work over there on the point. Just trying to get heals to as many people as I can here. The Canessa is causing a ton of trouble, and no one's really even paying any attention to her. Eevee did die. She's a bot after all, so I don't even know why I'm bothering to heal. Sky's on the side. Heal for the Genos. Should be able to get rid of the Andro here. Ruckus is on the other side. Stun from Luna. Stun from Luna. Chucked him on the floor. I actually thought I had 2 ammo there, but okay, can we just finish him off, please? My shots are going out at such weird times. Servers, please. Luna's still holding the point here like an absolute champ. I'm just kind of healing her here. She's actually contesting it. She's actually been contesting it for a hot minute. She's finally died. Can we get rid of the Ash? We might be able to. Nice. I just landed like 4 shots in a row. I'm just kind of coming on the side here. Heal for the Sky. Well done. Heal for the Genos. Let's get one over there to the Eevee. Nice. That is the Victor being grabbed. Genos actually doing freaking work with that grab so far. Well done, my guy. Sky went for a flank. She was actually nearly gone. Heal for the Eevee bot. The Eevee bot's actually not doing too bad of a job. There are some bots that don't do anything, but the Eevee one's actually kind of doing at least a little bit of damage. You know, she's at least firing her shots and stuff. If we win this as a 4v5, I'll be quite proud of the team. Victor's going for the ult. We'll kind of get hit by one and then dodge. I think Luna might have just stunned him out of the last shot. There's a heal for the Ruckus. I'm expecting the Ash to ult. Rip Genos. Oh, never mind. He's still only cancelled his effort at the perfect time. Sky went for the ult. No idea where she did it, but okay. Ash is trying to get, I think, a knock here, but she's probably gone. If we can just land a couple more hits. There we go. Heals for the Ruckus. Genos is grabbing the Canessa. I guess we can pop the F in aggressively. That actually kind of worked. We saved him. Throw the Q there. That's Andro ulting on top of my head. I guess I'll just die. Literally nothing I could have done to counter that. He's out of the Genos script. He's got some resilience. That's why he's getting out of it so fast. Heal for the Sky. Heal for the Genos. There goes the Andro. I'm just trying to make sure he's still up. The Canessa's a big pain in the ass. I'm actually going to try and push up on her here. Of course, I did that just as somebody else ran in. I think I'm probably going to be able to kill her though, right? I actually just freaking whooped a Nessa. I think I'm also going to be able to kill the Victor here. He's getting so many heals, but he's still gone. We'll throw down the Luna. Andro went for the ult. Let's get rid of the Eevee as well if I can. Not an Eevee. It's a Ying. I think I might be dead. I thought Luna would go in for the stun, but I think she tried to stun the Ying just as she died. Whatever. I'm gone. We got rid of like 2 or 3 people though. Definitely worth. Haven't actually used my ult yet in this entire match. Oh, okay. I just nearly got thrown off the map by the Ash. Managed to pop my F and actually get back on. What a pro tier play. Right click for the Ruckus. He's back up to full. We'll throw Luna over there just to kind of distract them a bit. Heal her so that they don't pay attention to the Ruckus. For some reason, it's peeking on no health. Heal for the Genos as well. I was getting kind of hit there. Heal for the Ruckus. I just need to peek every now and again to get that little reset on the 1-second timer thing. Let's get rid of those 2 little mines. Heals for the Ruckus. The Canessa went for the ult. He didn't even get hit there. Just wasted a ton of my meter. He then took a ton of damage in reversal because I think he fired into the Andro. Okay. Heals for the Eevee. Get one to the Genos as well. I guess we can just deal with the Andro instead. That works too. He's pulling up the reversal, but he's definitely dead. Genos is actually probably playing the best so far in this one. Heals for the Eevee. She actually took cover. That is Victor going for the ult. We can take one of those and then heal her up in the meantime. Nice. She actually just tanked all 3 of them because me and Genos were healing her. Just looked at the score for the first time in ages. We're actually surprisingly even. We're actually keeping up pretty well here considering we're a man down. Canessa is probably the person causing me the most trouble though. Ash went for the ult. Heals to the Eevee or the Genos or the Sky, whoever I can get them on, to be honest. So IO going in for the stun, or Luna will go ahead and throw Ash off the map or just clip her on the side. Yeah, sure. freaking screw me, I guess, but she's still dead. I then died too. The 3 people who were up there at the top blasting me, I took a ton of damage. Heals for this guy. Seems like we're starting to get a bit blasted here. We're falling behind a little bit. Heals for her and him. That is the Andrew going for the ult. I'm just going to try and get far away. There is the F. That didn't really work. Luna going for the stun saved me. No, because I think I put her out of vision range, but I think he might still be gone. No, his resilience is countering the General's setup pretty hard. Should we go in on the Nessa? This is probably a bad idea. I feel like this might actually kind of throw her off though, because she seems to panic whenever I jump her. She's using the teleport. Okay, heals for the Ruckus. Heals for him again. Sure, I was going to switch over to the Eevee, but there really isn't any point because she's not really doing very much. There is the F. This Andrew is taking forever to get rid of me. He had to punch 4 times there. I feel like maybe I should have just tried to play as a damage in this one. Maybe it would have gone a bit better. We've fallen behind quite a bit. Maybe we can recover it, but I think we're kind of screwed. Heal for the Ruckus. He's going for the ult. Can we please get rid of somebody? No, there was like a Victor hiding in the corner you didn't even see. Heals for the Eevee. Not really any point in me doing that. I guess we'll just hit the Victor a little bit. Sure. Pop the F, go around. I'm kind of just delaying my death here. Flank, can you please kill the sniper? I agree. We do have a Skye who isn't a bot who's kind of doing something, but it definitely is me and Generals who are kind of trying to carry this match, but it really isn't going to work because we're both on healers. You never know. Maybe if it was 5v5 we would have had it, but right now 4v5 plus the 2 people who are doing the best kind of on supports, we're a little bit screwed. Ash is going for the ult. She did get denied. I'm surprised she's not popping it again, but I guess that's because she was crippled. Andrew popped his ult. Don't know if I said that. I'm going to try and use mine to catch somebody. Did that actually work? Did I actually get the Victor with that? I think I did. Holy shit. Threw that on a bit of a whim and it kind of worked. There's the F. I have no idea where I just got collision on. He clearly didn't either because he just span around in like a freaking 180. He then finished me off with the reversal. Game is coming to an end though. They're literally 2 points off. Ash is ulting again. I thought she already did that. I thought she landed and everything, but I guess not. There is the defeat. I guess it was somewhat of a well-deserved win, but we were a man down, and me and Generals who were doing the best were kind of stuck on healers there. I did try my best. 50k damage, 75k healing. I'm honestly quite happy with that given the situation. If you look at everyone else, obviously our Eevee being a bot struggled a ton. Our Skye did okay, but she could have done miles better. Same thing with the Ruckus. He did play the point at least, but so did the Eevee, so I don't know how much of a compliment that is. The Generals did the best, I'd say, on our side, but then again, he was stuck on a healer. Maybe he would have done better on somebody else. You could definitely tell it was healing that was kind of tipping the scales, because the further we got into the match, the tougher it started to get, and the bigger the distance grew between my team and theirs. I feel like I was doing a really good job, but yeah, once they started to get cauterized, finishing it off, other people who didn't have it started to get it, it really went downhill pretty quick. For their side, Ying did okay, the Victor did pretty good, the Nessa did pretty good, but then again, that was mainly because nobody was there to counter them. The Andros did a pretty solid job though. He was doing his own sort of thing, and then their Ash, I guess, did fine, but didn't really do all that much. Don't really know what else I could add. A bit of a grim note to end the video on, 4v5, and in a situation where I couldn't have really done anything, but I guess it did kind of illustrate that IO can't really carry games even if you are semi-decent with it. Unless you're God tier and you're just doing everything possible, you're really going to have a hard time carrying a game if your team isn't putting in the work. Definitely said it before, it's something that's true of pretty much any healer you're going to play, but with IO you notice it so much more because you can't play it as a damage and you have to play as a hybrid or a healer. I feel like I did show off the setup pretty well, even though the 2 games we had weren't great. I think I did do the setup justice with my stats and how I was playing. I'm quite happy with how we did, even though, yeah, a bit of a rough one. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, of course. Let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.